We are not your average family. My name is Rachel. You know me as Yoga Girl. This is my husband, Dennis, and this little ray of sunshine is our baby girl, Lea Luna. We live in the Caribbean island of Aruba. Welcome to our channel. Good morning, everyone, and say hi to Jonas.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, who are you?
I'm Jonas. I'm a Naprapath.
Naprapath.
Yeah, Naprapathy. That's what I do.
And what is that? What is Naprapath?
Similar to chiropractic. We work with muscle and joints, help people with back pain, shoulder pain.
I've shared some stuff that Jonas and I do on Instagram, and I get a lot of questions about it because some of it is super fucking weird. So today we're gonna kind of film a regular morning session of some of the exercises that we do. And I really want to put Dennis through it too because a lot of it is really hard. Good morning!
Hello.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
You don't look excited.
It's early.
Okay, let's see where this takes us. So I started working with Jonas earlier this year when I had a shit ton of back pain. And you came to Spain and we worked out for like 6 hours a day for 10 days and it sucked. But it was also really good. I'm just not a disciplined person. You're a very disciplined person. One of the things that we did every day that I still do every day is hanging. And I show this in social media a lot. People always ask me a ton of questions about it. So why do we hang?
Yeah, so we do the hanging. It's evolutionary for primates, right? So our shoulders are meant to hang and they kind of crave it. Something else from doing like pull-ups and chin-ups.
I do so many pull-ups. It's part of my day-to-day life.
Yeah, in yoga you don't do any hanging and no pulling either, right?
Nope.
So the passive hang addresses all the passive structures in the shoulder, helps opening it up. It's gravity pulling you down. So all the tissues, the joint capsule, the ligaments, the tendons, muscles, release tension.
Okay, has it been 30 seconds?
A little more than 30. You can...
Yeah, I felt that!
It's too difficult to keep time.
Contrary to what this looks like, this is really hard. It looks like you're just hanging out. Okay, go. It's actually really, really hard. So how many seconds do we do?
What I do with the clients is we try to aim for 7 minutes a day. So 7 full minutes, and then you can kind of divide it into what suits you. So what we're doing is 30-second intervals. Oh, that's enough for me today. Yeah, if it's too painful, you can do what we call the partial hang. So you put the feet down to the ground and you deload. So you decide yourself how much you want to load your hands, your shoulders, your elbows with. It's great for your hands, it's great for your wrists and elbows and shoulders. If you're not used to it, it can get too much, right? So you decide yourself how much you want to load it with. My clients with the shoulder problems and shoulder pain is that the hanging has been like one of the best solutions and one of the best things to do for them. Even like really bad shoulders, been to the orthopedic surgeon and they've been telling them that surgery is the only way out. They've been getting cortisone injections, they've tried it all. They start to hang and like in a days or week they're fine. So gravity is kind of aligning me. All I need to do is to hold on to the bar or to the ring and relax, and if it's too difficult to relax, I put my toes into the ground to deload, to take some weight off.
I usually deload in a different way in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I do it on the toilet.
Making a poop joke.
Oh, you got all of that from
Look
today?
at Jonas's hands! What? Oh my god!
This is normal for me.
I feel like you need a manicure.
That's what all girls say.
That's what all girls.
Okay, so now we did the passive hang. We just did it for the passive structures. Now we continue with a more dynamic exercise, the arm swing. So you stand on a flat-footed stance, slightly bent knees. Not use your muscle strength, but instead just swinging the arm from the core. Imagining like your arm is a string and your hand is a stone that you're like a yo-yo. This is like all the blood goes into your hands.
Yeah.
It feels super creepy.
And we switch.
We go forward. Forward is hard. Okay, I'm tired now.
And relax.
This swinging exercise. So Jonas will do like 7 minutes of hanging, and then my day today, I'll do 3 or 4. Like, you know, like I make a Rachel appropriate schedule. And then this, so you want me to do 50 back and 50 forward, both sides, and then again. So it's like 400 of them. I do like 100. Like I'll do 25, 25, 25, 25.
If it's too much, you don't get it done, so it's better than
to make it fit into your daily life.
course.
Yeah. So whenever I feel like tight or stuck, I would feel totally panicked. I mean, I'd be afraid to move. Now if I feel the tightness coming, I do all of this.
Yeah.
And I move extra
Yeah.
all the time to increase my spinal mobility instead of panic.
Okay, so
Exercise 3.
now we do some spinal waves. The purpose is to get control of, like segmental control of all the vertebrae. Like if you have a back problem, a back issue, you can address it with this type of movements. And every time you do a spinal wave, it's also the same thing with the arm swing. The movement will cause an increased circulation. It's a massage for your discs, for the joints, for all the tissues around.
And you look super funny.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do we do it?
So the head initiates the movement. So you can imagine that you have an invisible wall in front of you. So you try to touch this invisible wall with your nose, with your
Chin.
Your chest, upper belly, middle belly, and then pelvis. And then you come back. So it's from the side, it looks like. Lots of people focus on they only like initiate with the head and forget the ass part.
More ass.
What if you don't have any rhythm? And then, oh, you have to put your hands on the waist. I never was able to do this. I have no rhythm in this whatsoever. It's like a white man dancing.
You remember the wall we were talking about?
Yeah.
The top leading, then the nose touches first, and then I go in here and here and here. Now it's the reverse. So pelvis touches first, belly, chest.
Do it.
I am doing it. I can't do these motions together, apparently.
So now we're going to go down on all fours on the ground. And why we're doing this is to strengthen the core. Instead of doing like static planches and core training, this is more of a dynamic core stability. Today in the modern society, people rarely put their hands down to the floor. In yoga you do, and that's great. The first thing we're going to do now is just to walk on all fours. Just kind of like a warm up before we do the lizard claw. So we start on all fours, and we go with a counter lateral pattern.
Just with those tiny steps?
Start with those tiny steps, yes. So you try to have the spine horizontal.
Oh.
Hold on here. Kita. No?
She doesn't want it.
So from the squat position, if we're moving this way, so this means this is my backhand.
Yeah.
My backhand rotates into this position. So now I have right hand forward, left hand forward. You start from here and you reach up to the sky. You come up, just your one hand and one foot.
Yeah.
You place this far away, lift the leg and replace it with the hand.
Yeah.
So now we're going to add also, so you do this, place it here, here, after you finish one step,
Oh, push up.
you do one arm push up.
Okay.
If it's too heavy, you use this hand.
Yeah. And then, here I do the push up or
Yes.
after?
Now you do it. The high lister start building strength in these positions, and then you add the push-ups.
Yeah.
So you get stronger in even lower positions.
Yeah.
You're building up like some unorthodox
Muscles.
yes. And your face needs to touch the floor.
You need to touch the floor.
Great work. Yeah, so we started with the passive hang for opening up the shoulders, and then some more dynamic arm swings to prepare them for the more floor work we did. And then we did woke up our spines with the spinal waves. Then the crawl, we started with the quadrupedaling, trying to keep our backs horizontal, not going up or down with the pelvis, and not using the samba movement. Then you stand in a comfortable stance, maybe a little wider than shoulder width apart, and it's okay to bend the knees and use arms to counterbalance. You try to visualize that the back bending starts with the upper vertebra, and then you go to the second, third, etc., etc. Tilt your head backwards, vertebra per vertebra. Try to open up the throat muscles, you feel stretch. Then you open up the chest. You can use the muscles in your back to push up even more. So usually I do this, we do it in pair. So one is standing behind, so you don't fall into the pool or down to the neighbors. It's more for measuring, so you know how far you went the first rep, and you can push yourself a little more the second rep. So now, 5, exactly. So this is really good for like people who had neck problems and have been staying away from back bending. Can easily feel like the nausea or like headedness.
Okay, shake.
Let's shake it.
What kind of shaking are you doing?
Go between the big shake or a smaller shake.
Big shake or
Yeah. Feel like the muscles are separating from your bones. Your skin separating from your muscles. Like a wet dog trying to dry up. Shake it off.
All right. How's your breakfast? Were we doing weird things outside? Did you see us through the window?
She was also shaking.
Shaking! All right, that was our morning session. Jonas, how do you feel?
I feel great. I always feel good after, especially the shaking.
Especially the shaking. The shaking is really, really awesome. Dennis, you have to come and be a part of this closing video.
Okay.
So, a lot of this stuff is very non-yoga-like and a little bit unorthodox and a little bit weird for us. Not for you, because you do this every day and all the time. But I feel really good. How do you feel?
Good.
Can you elaborate?
I feel really good.
You suck. For YouTube, explain how this was for you.
It was great.
Okay, he sucks. If you want to learn more about Jonas and what Jonas does, you can follow him on Instagram at Naprapath Jonas.
Good luck spelling that.
Good luck spelling that. We'll put it in the description of this video. And just a general thing is that doing unusual things, for me at least, things that aren't always in the yoga box, it's helped me immensely with my shoulder tension and upper back and neck pain. So if you want to try some new stuff out that makes you feel good and to increase your mobility and strength in new ways. All right, thank you guys for watching. Luni, can you say bye-bye? Bye! Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We put out new videos every Tuesday. And